In Tokyo, the schedule is expected to include high-level government meetings, business council engagements, and discussions with defence officials. The shared priorities are clear: technological innovation, secure supply chains, coordinated deterrence, and regional economic alignment. As global competition intensifies over semiconductor manufacturing, rare earth processing, and renewable technologies, both countries are working to fortify resilience in their production systems. The forthcoming meeting with China sits at the center of global diplomatic attention. The United States and China remain the two largest economies in the world, and their interactions affect global inflation trends, commodity markets, currency valuations, and the pace of technological development. The outcome of any discussions between the two heads of state carries implications felt far beyond Asia. Relations between Washington and Beijing in recent years have involved periods of both dialogue and tension. Trade disputes, intellectual property concerns, military presence in contested waters, and differing approaches to global governance continue to influence the tone of the relationship. Diplomats on both sides describe the relationship as competitive, but also structurally necessary. Each side remains aware that neither disengagement nor escalation serves long-term stability. The Asia tour, therefore, is more than a sequence of bilateral visits. It is part of a broader diplomatic recalibration occurring at a global level. Nations across Asia, Latin America, Europe, and Africa are navigating how to position themselves within shifting global economic frameworks. The movement of leaders, the language of joint statements, and the structure of trade agreements all reflect evolving patterns of influence. In this broader context, the bilateral image from Kuala Lumpur, President Trump seated with President Lula da Silva, stands as a reminder of a parallel dynamic. Countries outside the core US-China axis are becoming increasingly important players in global negotiations. Brazil, as one of the world's largest food exporters and a leading voice in multilateral forums, holds strategic value. Its presence at the ASEAN Summit marks the growing recognition of interregional diplomacy. As the US president travels onward to Japan, these layered considerations remain active. Diplomacy unfolds through visible gestures and unseen discussions alike. The boarding of an aircraft marks not a conclusion, but a transition to the next stage of negotiation. The tour continues.